You're probably going to disagree with me. I don't think this is all Brian Daboll's fault, but the writing has been on the wall, and 20-40-1 is damn hard to defend. The New York Giants lost every single game that I'm putting up behind me. They lost every game. And I think my real Giants fans know a lot of it had to do with the defensive side of the ball, the play calling. But I want to take you back a couple years ago when the Giants had a decent thing going defensively with worse personnel when Wink Martindale was the defensive coordinator. Well, if you remember in the offseason that Wink Martindale left, there were multiple firings of, as Jordan Raanan described, Wink Martindale's closest lieutenants that Martindale didn't like. There's a more public falling out. Wink Martindale leaves, and who does Brian Daboll bring in defensively? Shane Bowen. I'd also be remiss if I didn't talk about this. A report a couple days ago saying that Jordan Raanan doesn't anticipate Brian Daboll to get fired midseason. To be honest with you, I didn't really either, but he does believe that an injury to Jackson Dart due to a designed run play with the game out of reach or Dart's unwillingness to get out of bounds, slide, whatever, could force ownership's hand. Jackson Dart, who was absolutely unbelievable against the Bears and really has been all year long without his number one receiver in Malik Neighbors, got concussed against Chicago. It was the fourth time this season he had been evaluated for a concussion. I'm not convinced John Mara wanted to do this. I think he had to. Think about it for a second. This was an offensive-minded coach who had a pretty big hand in Josh Allen's development, and now he finally got his guy in Jackson Dart, and it looked really good on the field. I don't think ownership wanted to do this. I think they had a plan for Daboll to develop Dart. I don't know if they had a choice. Now, I want to make myself very clear. I think Brian Daboll is a good players coach. He will get guys to want to play for him, but that's not the full battle. If there are consistently deteriorating relationships within your staff, if there are sources saying you're a madman on game day, if your franchise quarterback is being put in harm's way more than he should, it's always going to come back to the head coach. Every time something like this happens, it is important to remember that Brian Daboll, you who's watching this video, me, we're all people, and nobody wants to ever lose their job. You don't want to celebrate somebody losing their job. So in the process of reflecting on this firing, some firings that could come down the line, it's important to remember that, understand the Giants situation. I think, again, they had no choice but to do this. It's a tough business.